I'm sitting in the day room, headphones on, you know, and the video and the video come on. So you got 300 people on a block, and soon, but everybody else on the block, like, they looking like this, yo. The whole block turn around, like, from looking at the TV, like,
oh no, they looking at you.
yeah, they turn around, because they know what much, so they just looking. And it was like, that shit was weird.
It was weird. So you got to see in real time, because I've always wondered, right? Like, even back to when I dropped my first song, FatJoe.
Yeah.
I always wondered what a Puerto Rican kid in Philly felt like when they first seen FatJoe with a half moon and jury on 100 guys. We got like what, and then, but you were sitting locked up when that Feel It in Your Air comes on, and you looking at everybody's response. So you got to see that like a crystal ball.
Yeah, I got to see it. I seen, like, and they was tuned in. And they was coming back because they knew, you know, that video gonna come on at least 3 times a day. So it was like, when they heard them, what I was saying, and they turning around and looking at me like, yo, it just got crazy. Like, because when they looking at the vid, it's like they seeing a movie, like, damn, this nigga knew he was, they like, man, all types of shit started happening. You know what I mean?
Shout out to my brother Khaled. He's on the check-in. So
yeah, Khaled.
Was you like, no stress, no nothing, let me go do this year in the day? Or was it like jealousy? What was it like in there?
No, my first bed, it was like, I'm gonna go do this year in a day, and I'm gonna get out and get back to the music. But once I got in there, like, I from the rip, I let people know, like, you know, rest in peace to my old head Spud and Woody. I'm like, yo, listen, get all the ops, everybody, you know, in the feds, you ride with your car. I'm like, listen, tell everybody to come to the yard tomorrow. Everybody come to last yard tomorrow. So, you know, all the folks. So they all came out to the yard. We in the yard, but we got to do it strategically, because, you know, the police, they be on some, if you, and more than 5 of y'all together, they breaking y'all up. So I got everybody in the yard, everybody on the bleachers. I'm like, listen, y'all got me for a whole year. I am not going to be nobody radio. Please don't walk up to me asking me about, do I know Beyonce, or ask me nothing about no music shit. I'm not doing that. I'm not being nobody radio. But what I am going to do is, tonight, I got something for y'all. And I just went in for like 20 minutes straight for the whole jail in the yard, and was like, after that, it was like.
So you did, you went off for like 20 minutes in the motherfucking yard. You said, after this hip hop shit is over.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna be nobody radio.
Minutes and started spitting for 20 minutes straight.
Yeah, 20 minutes, went in for him, and I'm like, that's it. Please, no sidebars. Y'all got me for a year. I come to take a nap and go home.
You got somebody want to play something for you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's like a couple days after I got out.
Couple of days after you got out, you and Jadakiss.
Yeah, Khaled. He always do that.
You remember that, huh?
Yo,
how that came about, man?
Every bit I ever did. Oh, my boy in the room. Listen, hold up. Every bit I ever did, soon as I came home, Khaled was the first one to reach out to me and always had a record for me.
Yo,
That's
listen.
facts.
So Beans just came home. And Beans, he came home. So everybody, Rockefeller, A&Rs, everybody getting Beans to record. And I'm in the studio, and I'm like, I gotta ask him. He got love for me, right? So I went home real quick to the crib, made this beat. I just was in a zone. I was like, I gotta make something so hard. I come to the studio, so Beans is recording all night. It's like 2 in the morning, then it turned 3 in the morning. Now it's 4 in the morning. Now it's 5 in the morning. And I'm like, yo, Beans, I need you on my album. But I want this to be Beans and Jadakiss. And I wasn't sure if I could ask that question. And he's like, play the beat. I played the, it's like 6 in the morning. He did a song, We Tired. Played the beat. Man, Beans put the headphones on, one take. That right there. This ain't no like, yo, bring it back. Let me do this word over. One take.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. Hit Jadakiss. I mean, Kiss. Beans just came home. I would love to get y'all brothers, you know what I'm saying? This is for hip hop. It's for the culture. I would love for y'all to get on this record together. And it was love. And I appreciate you, brother.
Man, always, man. Appreciate you.
I'm
always
on my IG too. And I'm just like, blog talk right here, man.
You said this shit too real out here, huh?
I'm like, y'all like Beans. And the thing I heard about that story, I heard from other people when Beans was in the studio with Hov. I heard like that Beans, anybody like Hov, like I guess it's maybe when you just got on, like another verse. The verses wouldn't stop. Like he just kept coming with so many, and nobody was allowed to do nothing. It was like, here's a verse, here's another verse. It's like another person coming in the room. Like as a fighter, you're supposed to get tired at one point or run out of bars.
Yeah.
Not that Beans. Not that Beans. Yo, Beans, I love you, brother.
Love you too, bro.
Man, now I'm gonna keep watching.
That's the biggest show on earth. We love you. Khaled's like brother man and shit for Martin.
Yeah.
He pop up. He can't take it. He try to mind his business because
Yeah.
And if it get too crazy, he gotta get on.
I had to because the thing is, I'm listening, and I would never forget that studio. We made plenty of songs together, but that song is Beanie Sigel and Jadakiss. You never heard them on a record. That shit felt like
I was with you when
them shits was coming out in a rapid pace. It's like people are praying. Like, yo,
them shits was coming
what
out.
I'm saying is, when that record came out, that's my first album. But I remember Hot 97 put that shit straight in rotation. Philly put that shit straight in rotation. And this shit was...
had to.
No. Go listen to it after the show. Go listen what the man's saying. The man coming fresh from jail talking like he just laid down the story. Like, boom, 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 ain't missing step. And you don't got to interview me. Listen to this song. That was it. Like,
you in college. Talk that cloth talk.
Now here's all the answers.
Talk that special cloth.
Yo, all right. Kiss and Beanie Sigel. First sound ever.
Yeah.
That's a fucking Chopra.
Oh shit, that's a Chopra moment. Hold up. Come on.
No, it's crazy because that's
Yeah.
It's on one record. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not supposed to ask that question. I'm by myself in the studio. I'm like, yo, Beans, I would love to. Beans said, put the beat on. He heard the beat. It was so hard. He went crazy. I hit Kiss. No hesitation. Let's go. Send that shit. That's love. Yeah. That was love. That was beautiful, bro. That was beautiful, bro. And legendary. It's one of my favorite records. All right.
Yeah. The beat Novocaine.
That beat Novocaine. Yo, man, damn, you gotta start it, yo, man.
Novocaine, that's what I'm trying. I need a copy of this show. Because it's going in my documentary.
Yeah.
My documentary. When my doc come out, he just said it right there. Beat Novocaine. Who want to pop off today? Get popped. Beat Novocaine.
Yeah.
Yo, Beans, rare space. That boy came take it no more. He couldn't take it.
Yeah.
That State Property movie,
Yeah.
it's a classic.
Yeah.
And it's the same. That's when Dame was doing the fucking paid in full, doing the
Yeah.
State Property. What was that like for you too? Did that just come at you real fast too?
Yeah. The State Property movie came about. That actually was supposed to have been just like like promo, like something we did for like marketing. We didn't really think it was going to hit as big as it did. So yeah, as a shout out to rest in peace to FatJoe. He came up with the script. The script was loosely based around a true story, some true facts. I'm gonna say, because you know people still, you know,
Allegedly,
got pills and allegedly, you
some
know,
truth to it.
some alleged, you know, legendary people in Philly. So when he had the script was hard. I just had to, you know, just twist it a little bit. So we started renaming stuff, and it was just too raw. So I read the script, and every day we would get what we call our daily sides, and I read what they wanted us to, you know, to say my part, and I just improv'd and flipped it so it wouldn't be too close to what they want, and it just came out hard.
Now that movie was fire. I remember watching that shit for the first time. That shit was legendary shit, man.
Yeah,
Whole movement. You know, I had a little problem with not a problem, but I had a little like I felt weird when the kid what's his name, PD Crack, was calling himself Crack and all that. I'm like,
yeah,
yo, man, you know, I had to step to him, man. He's in a different weight class, but I had to be like, yo, B, come on, how you just gonna try to take my name and all that?
man,
But
take that as a cut. Anything that was a compliment.
yeah,
That was a salute. You gotta look. You just said it. You was wondering how the Puerto Ricans in Philly was thinking how, you know, seeing you, you know, Puerto Rican boy from New York. Come on, man, you Joe. You had the old Badlands. That's where all the poppies at down for. Bad is real down the Badlands.
yes,
That's where
yeah.
crack from the Badlands. So,
Shout out to
of
the East.
course, that's a
Um,
compliment.
but his flow was incredible, man. His flow still
Still
is.
is.
It still is incredible. Freeway came into the game with his own shit.
Yeah.
Um, it's the crew y'all put together, man. Moschino, all of them. It just everybody
Out
had
the Young Guns, Chris and Eve.
Chris and Neve.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody had their own style, man, and everybody was coming. If that's the case, look, we could throw Rel in it too. Rel was from up top,
Yeah,
but
but we put Rel in. We took Rel under the wing.
yeah, 'cause he
Yeah.
was
We
the
was putting
hard.
Rel on all the records.
What? That's
Yeah.
fire. That whole movement right there. It was a time, you know, it was a time in hip hop that was so. I mean, I would be in this club. I don't know if you ever went to Jimmy's Bronx Cafe up in the Bronx, and then
Nah.
that shit come on. I'd be drunk as hell and say, Matt, come through on that club shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, Beans, I was so fucked up, man, when that shit used to come on. I was like, man, you know how I get in the club. We
Shit,
should meet.
imagine how I felt. I was coming straight off the block. So to go to the club and see the reaction of people, I remember the first time I performed in a tunnel. Like, it was, oh my God. Like, I never experienced nothing like that. I think that's when I really was like, yo, I want to be, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to rap. like I like this. Like it got fun because the tunnel was dangerous. Like we ain't had no clubs like that. Like if it served me correctly, the tunnel is actually what it is. It's like the basement of like 4 buildings, New York buildings. That's how I looked in the inside of there, and it was the most grimiest, craziest club or whatever you want to call it I ever been to. And I remember the whole Philly.
Peace, Pun. Pun would go in there in a robe. Pun would go in there with jewelry on in a bathrobe and just flex at the tunnel. Meanwhile, everybody gets shot, stabbed, and Pun up in there with a bathrobe.
Yeah.
With the like, yo, the tunnel was, it was, you know, first of all, you got the meanest guys in the city up in there. That's one thing.
Yeah.
But then you got to fight the bouncers. And
yeah, they different.
7-foot cock diesel, 6-packed up. I don't think you understand what an ass whipping from a tunnel bouncer is.
Yeah.
A different ass whipping, B.
Yeah, that joint like going to prison. That's what it remind me of when I was going in. I'm like, the fuck, I feel like I'm going to jail on the way they search you and you gotta go through the metal detectors and shit.
Take the shoes off.
Yeah, I'm like, God damn, the fuck?
The
Like, I'm
tunnel
going
was
through the camera. Yeah.
The tunnel was real, and your shit was ringing off on there. You know, it was the vice versa. Shout out to my brother E. Philly. It was like, you know, Philly embraced Jay-Z on another level, and Brooklyn and New York embraced y'all like y'all was from Brooklyn.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy, man. And if you sit back, you know what I mean, in hindsight, and you think about all the legendary shit y'all did, and having Kanye was with y'all too.
Yeah.
Nobody knew that was gonna be Kanye. And
I did.
speak on that. Speak on that.
I
Like,
did. Man, yay. I remember hearing Jesus walk before it was Jesus walk. Like Kanye had come to the stew and play you some bangers. Then he used to come through, and once we knew Kanye could rap, like Farver State Property, like Kanye on State Property albums. He on hooks and all that, like before his album came out, and people like we knew Ye could rap. And I'm like, yo, Ye, let me hear, I want to hear some of them beats. I'm like, no, let me hear the beats that you keeping for yourself. And when he hit that joint and you heard, Jesus, what? I was like, oh my. Like we knew Kanye was like different. We was trying to keep Kanye like this. Like, but you couldn't keep him like quiet, because then once Jay got a hold of him, it was like, fuck. Ye was some monsters.
so my brother Dre from Cool and Dre, a lot of people don't know he's dead nice. The beats, the rhymes, and all that. But me, I actually encouraged Dre. We did the album together, Family Ties. But now he working on his own album, and I try to get him like, yo, Dre, where my beats? And he like, yo, I'm just finishing up my session on my shit. Hey, yo, Dre, when you coming over? Yo, I got this new song. This shit is crazy. I'm like, damn, I done lost the God, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. Let me ask you a question.
No, no, I was just saying like that with Ye, like it's like that with Ye and Just Blaze.
Just Blaze too, same thing. Ye and Just Blaze. You know, I had Khaled before y'all knew he was Khaled.
Yeah.
So while I'm making my hits, he throwing them inputs in there like, yo, do this and that. I would have never had the heart to get Eminem on the Lean Back remix if it wasn't for Khaled was on my ass like, get the white boy, get the white. I was like, yo, I can't get the white boy. Like,
Yeah.
nobody can get the fucking white boy. Like, get the white boy. So I make the call. The joint come back.
Yeah.
He jumped. I'm like, oh my God, I would have never did that. So I had my version of with Cool and Dre and Khaled and Scott Storch. I had my version of, you know, Kanye and
Yeah.
in the background, legendary. These are like,
Legendary.
if we knew that now, we'd be sitting in that room with them niggas all day, like
All
soaking it.
day, all night. Well, that's how we used to be, especially us, like state property. Like if you ask them, they're probably, our sessions was kind of different because we're kidnapping. Yeah, we're kidnapped. You might be in there like 3-4 days. Like you can't go home, yo. Engineers and everything.
Keep
You got
cooking.
you got me, Petey, Freeway. You got Owen Sparks. You got Chris, Neve. Then you got Bleak and Get Low. So and there's only 2 rooms in baseline, A room, B room. So you like niggas running from room to room and like, oh, what's that? Who you play that for? Why you ain't let me hear that? And niggas like trying to barricade the doors and let me hear that. No, don't play this for nobody else. Like it was vicious in there. And you can't go home.
Man, let me tell you something. With and you could tell me if I'm going somewhere we don't need to go, right?
Yeah,
You tell me immediately and I stop because this ain't about the bullshit. But when your voice starts to change up,
yeah.
how did that happen? How did that come about? And how did you notice that something was happening to your voice?
Well, I got shot. I got shot in my back. So when I the last time I got shot, I coded. I was under. I was like in a joint for a couple weeks, like in a coma. I was like, so when I came out of it, and I was coming to, I didn't know I had the breathing tubes and all that stuff down me. So when I came to, like, I couldn't talk. So the first thing I did, I pulled the breathing tube out of me, and it tore my joint up, and I had staples in my stomach, and I gagged, and I bust open the staples in my stomach, and I tore, you know, I guess your larynx, and I tore some shit up in there. So when I got help, my voice never, like, I couldn't talk at all. I couldn't talk for like 2 months at all.
Now,
Yeah, I couldn't talk at all. I had to like, my joint had to like slowly come back, like slowly. And then I, used to ask the doc, like, yo, I'm gonna get my voice back. They're like, it might come back in a month. It might be 6 months. It might be 6 years. It might not come back regular at all.
and Sig, man, it's health shit, right?
Yeah,
I started off the show talking about health and if you healthy, even if you broke, even if you going, you need to thank God because this health shit changed from one day to another.
oh yeah.
The shit just changed, man.
Man, you gotta look, man, I know firsthand, like, I first felt it, I'm diabetic. So
Me
I
too.
know health is wealth. Like I'm trying to be around from my kids, and I still got babies. Like I'm still making babies. I got a 1-year-old, a 3-year-old. So yeah, that's a blessing. So health and children and family, that's the best thing you could ever have. Money, all that stuff, that ain't nothing. Like family and like real family, because a lot of people, there's a difference between family and relatives. I
Break,
learned that the
break.
hard way because I got I got some homies that's, you know, that I consider
More family
more
than blood.
than blood. You know what I'm saying? You just my relative, but this my brother. You know what I'm saying? And I got a brother, biological brother, but you know what I'm
Listen,
saying? Like, and me, we good. But I got people that I consider my brother, my family. So I take that family thing real serious, like family, everything. And that's everything to me. That's that, like, you know, having children as a man, it give you to me, a restart button to start getting stuff right again. Because it's about what you leave behind. You can't, like, money and cars and all that, like all that stuff, you leave that, like that, all that stuff gets squandered. It's about what you leave and your legacy behind, like within what you created. Like I'm raising men. So I get a second chance to raise men, strong men, a queen, women. You know what I mean? A man, like, my boys, like, gonna be men out here. So it's about that. And you can give your kids whatever. Like I just told somebody, you can give it ain't what you give your children or what you know, it, or what you do for them, is what you teach them to do for themselves. Because you can get them everything in the world, but if they don't know how to take care of it, it can get lost. So, you know what I mean? I understand all the generational wealth and all that, but once you close your eyes, yo, that pen is lifted, the ink is dried, everything, you're done. You're in the ground. So you don't know what they gonna do with what you left behind. You know what I'm saying? But if you raising some and your family structure is strong, that's where it's at. That's my happiest.
shit, man. Let me tell you something, man. That shit is so eloquently said and so true. I mean, you
Yeah.
speak the truth there. I want to ask you this question. I gotta ask you. I would love to just end it right there because that's some of the realest shit that anybody ever said on this show. But I gotta ask Beans, who's his top 5, dead or alive? And keep me out of the question. The thing. Um, who's on your list? Your top 5?
My top 5, dead or alive, uh, lyrically, there's not no particular order neither. And I swear I'm not being biased. It's hard. I'm going to say Big, J, Scarface, Black Dog, and Young Chris.
Young Chris.
Yeah.
He on your top 5.
Yeah, he on my top 5.
Is there something about Young Chris that I ain't get that you got?
Everything about him. Everything.
Young Chris essentials tonight.
Yo,
I'm
listen,
burying myself in his music.
dude, Joe,
Because name big.
you will be doing a big disservice to yourself if you don't find every Young Chris verse, freestyle, or anything.
You know,
Before you dig in,
I
ask
be
some
really
of your top elite rappers how they feel about Young Chris.
no. Well, I'm gonna get into that zone. That Young Chris. Say no more tonight. I'm gonna bury myself in that Young Chris.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna bury myself because you got, I think I'm a hip hop historian. So
yeah,
I know this is nice, but when you break it down like that, I feel like I'm doing a disservice to myself. Like,
yeah, you really are. I think so. I'm quite sure. I'm quite sure.
Beans, man, stay safe, man. We love you, man. I thank you for coming on the big show.
You
Showing
already know.
love to you. You know what I'm saying? It was long overdue, my brother, and I can't wait to see you in person.
Man, let's tap in, man. And I see you, Smitty, my boy on this joint. Hey, Smitty, yo, you everywhere, bro. Smitty, shout out to Smitty, man. My boy from BDM Backdoor Movement. Yo, I can't, yo, Smitty, you the outlet. I ain't even gonna call you the plug no more. You the outlet.
He the outlet.
Yeah, he the
Shout out
outlet. You
Philly.
make it happen.
Philly out there, man. You know, Philly is a special place for me. You know, I would say is the third. It's New York because I'm from there, and then Miami. You know, I live here 15 years, so I made it my second home.